We are Nigerians, though of many tribes, and each with its. We stand united in our resolve to build, to defend, and to honor our great nation. We are a great people, from the beautiful grasslands and savanna to our rich rainforest, in a land flowing with oil and gold. Hear the clatter of groundnuts, hear the whispering palms, see the towering cocoa trees. We are Nigerians.
Nigeria needs peace and stability. Achieve our goals in unity. We are brothers and sisters, we've lived together for years now. Say no to violence now. Sing it with me. Peace, peace, peace. Let's all embrace peace. We are brothers and sisters, we've lived together for years now. Say no to violence now. No religion preaches violence. We need understanding and tolerance. You can be you, I can be me. That's the way it should be. Say no to violence now. Sing it one more time. Peace, peace, peace. Let's all embrace peace. In the family, in schools, at work, everywhere. Say no to violence now.
You are watching NTA, Nigerian Television Authority. For more information and news updates, visit our website at www.nta.ng, or you can follow us on Twitter at NTA News Now, or you can like us on Facebook at NTA Network News. Stay connected on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/NTA News Online. Watch NTA.ng/live. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Has wasted many lives and destroyed valuable property.
We are in a season when we all need to come together and agree to have peace. Peace comes from God, but peace also comes to men and women who say to themselves, we believe in a country, we believe in one another, we believe that we can live together.
irrespective of our tribes, irrespective of our religion.
It's for all of us now to wake up, tighten our belts more, push insecurity out of the lives of our people.
Findings reveal the strange epidemic in Ode Irele might be connected to ethanol poisoning. Secretary General of Nigerian Union of Textile, Issa Aremu, says serial xenophobia attacks in South Africa is unacceptable and not in consonance with the founding fathers of modern-day Africa ideals. Hello there, a warm welcome. This is Panorama on the network service of the NTA. I'm Rhoda Obo and we're glad you could join us. Abubakar Sarki Dahiru of APC has emerged the winner of the by-election conducted for Lafia Obi Federal Constituency by polling 74,892 votes to defeat the PDP candidate Joseph Kigbo, who scored 70,302 votes. The report.
That Abubakar Sarki Dahiru of APC, having satisfied the requirement of the law and scored the highest number of votes, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Meanwhile, the Independent National Electoral Commission has presented certificates of return to winners of elections in Gombe State for March and April 11th. Correspondent Usman Ali reports that INEC had to clear the air over controversies that ensued when two APC candidates turned up to collect the certificates of Gombe Kwame Funakaik Federal Constituency.
Governor Ibrahim Hassan Dankwambo and his running mate Charles Ilya, alongside other elected officials, were presented their certificates of return by INEC Supervising Commissioner for Gombe, Bauchi and Taraba states. The INEC Commissioner said INEC has organized itself to justify the confidence of Nigerians for credible election, hoping that states' independent electoral commissions will do similar transparent election for local governments.
The new threshold of electoral service delivery set by INEC must never be allowed to be lowered.
Governor Ibrahim Hassan Dankwambo, who expressed gratitude to people of the state for re-electing him, assured of better administration without differences.
I want all our supporters in the PDP as well as erstwhile opponents in APC and other political parties to close ranks and focus on the task of developing Gombe State.
As at now, 2015 election in Gombe State is over. Only one state constituency, Kwame West, will conduct fresh election because of anomalies identified during April 11, 2015 elections. In Gombe, Usman Aliu, NTA News.
In the meantime, President Goodluck Jonathan has again emphasized the needs for youth to remain focused and to contribute to nation building. This was contained in a message to the 24th convocation ceremony of the Federal University of Technology, Mina, Niger State. Fatima Usman reports.
The visitor, President Goodluck Jonathan, who congratulated the students for earning awards both in character and learning, charged them to remain focused and contribute to nation building.
Between 2011 and 2013, we established 12 federal universities in states where they did not previously exist, bringing Nigerian university education closer to citizens in those states.
As we begin our working life, always remember that you graduated from a university that has achieved a unique and unparalleled feat in the areas of cutting-edge research and academic excellence.
The Nigerian Institute of Wellbeing has recognized our university
as one of the 6 institutions in the country for the training of world-recognized certificated welders in both plate and pipe welding techniques.
The graduating students consist 2,903 first-degree graduates, 105 postgraduate diploma holders, 453 master's degree holders, and 29 doctors of philosophy. From the permanent site of FUT Mina in Gidankwanu, I am Fatima Usman, NTA News.
The Secretary General, Nigerian Union of Textiles and Garment Workers, Comrade Issa Aremu, says the serial xenophobia attacks in South Africa is a fallout of a leadership crisis the African continent is suffering. Issa Aremu, while speaking with newsmen in Abuja, said the act is unacceptable as it is not in consonance with the founding fathers of modern-day Africa.
Strongly condemn the reckless serial violent attacks on African working people and nationals in South Africa, with unacceptable resultant avoidable destruction of lives and properties. These serial xenophobic attacks on innocent African working people are grossly unwarranted, condemnable, and unacceptable. We want to say here that right to work on this continent is right to life for all African workers. We believe that African workers have a right to seek legitimate work anywhere on the continent based on the dreams and ideals set by the founding fathers.
Mr. Aremu said the issue is a wake-up call for African leaders who must rise in defense of their nationals and wealth for their people. And as the killer strange epidemic in Ode-Irele community in Ondo State continues to draw concerns from both international and national stakeholders, the state government says its latest findings reveal that the outbreak might be connected to ethanol poisoning. Briefing newsmen on the update of the epidemic, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Dayo Adeyonju, said the interaction with the survivors and their families of the disease showed that the affected victims consumed a local gene from the same source. Doris Olumoko reports.
The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Dayo Adeyonju, and his information counterpart, Mr. Kayode Akimade, while giving an update on the Ode-Irele situation, said National Center for Disease Control and the World Health Organization, they have been able to establish that the disease is non-viral.
That informed our decision to order for toxicology tests, which we believe will give us a clue as to what we are dealing with. But with the informant interview that we had with the families and with even the survivor, it was clear to us that most of them have one thing in common, which is the consumption of a batch of alcohol over the weekend. Because there was a particular person that had that consumed alcohol with other 4 people, and 3 of them, the 3 of them that he named, we found out that their name on the list of those who have died, and it is related with other survivors that we met, and then even with the families of those that were interrogated, those who are deceased. So they are actually leading us somewhere that this might be a kind of methanol poisoning, but we can't confirm yet until we conclude our toxicology test.
Dr. Adeoju said for now, 23 people have been affected by the epidemic, with 18 dead, while 5 who are already blind have been referred to the University College Hospital, Ibadan.
Because it's already affecting the facility utilization. Patients no longer want to come to the hospital because of the cultural belief that is being linked with this ailment.
While assuring that the situation is under control, the head commissioner said the fear of the spread of the disease should be completely eliminated as the disease is not contagious. Dr. Adeoju, who affirmed that most of the victims of the disease are male, said government will continue sensitization and advocacy. In Akure, Doris Olumoko, NTA News.
Well, sorry for the loss of audio in some parts of that report. We now take a break. Panorama will be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
Together,
no matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Let us live as one. It doesn't matter where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman or child. It doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
How can we develop when we're always in crisis? Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding.
No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Nigeria, the only country we can train with remarkable potentials to excel. Let us believe in ourselves and change our attitude for the sake of our country and generations unborn. Let us revive our cultural values, which are our essence as a nation. Let us renew the spirit of patriotism and hope in our dear country. Do not take or give bribe. Be punctual always. No more African time. We can't expect to be global citizens and operate on African time. Join the queue. Insist that people are attended to on a first-come basis, no matter who they are or where they come from.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
You're still watching Panorama on the network service of the NTA. Thank you for being there. Now, Nigerians have been advised to always present the nation to God in prayers for His will to be perfected in Nigeria. Correspondent Basi Itaikpan reports that this was the truth of messages in most churches visited in Abuja.
Christians gathered in their various churches to praise God for His faithfulness to mankind. Sermon from the pulpit dwelt on the need for people to be dependent on God for everything through prayers.
Through the power of prayer, Muslim pray, the Christian prays, and you see that this country is at peace today.
It is through our prayers that we seek His face concerning the problems of the world today.
But my concern about Nigeria is the fact that many of us have gone far away from God until we return.
Preaching on service for lifting, Reverend Godwin Abba of Word and Life Church advised Christians to engage in services that will please God and attract more blessings from Him. Bishop Napoleon Obayoje preached on restoration, while Reverend Isaac prayed for the unity of the country and preached on victorious faith.
The Lord God Almighty will restore that which the cacaworms and the caterpillar have eaten in this country.
God is in charge, God is in control, and that no matter what the situation may be, if we can look up to God, He has the answer.
At Church of God in Nation, the service was dedicated to children with the need for them to live above sins, while at Dominion Chapel, the message focused on the need for people to develop the habits of honoring God with their substance. In Abuja, Basi Taikpan, NTA News.
Also, Catholic women worldwide have been urged to pay more attention to the upbringing of their children and building the homes God has given them. The Catholic priest of the Pro Cathedral, Our Lady Queen of Nigeria, Reverend Jude Nwigwe, gave this advice at the service to mark Mother's Day in Abuja. the report.
Mother's Day is a special day marked by the Catholic Church to honor motherhood and acknowledge the place of the Blessed Virgin Mary in the forbearance of Jesus Christ, and to enable every faithful to know the importance of mothers in their lives, the family unit, and the society at large. The celebration of mothers dates back to the ancient, but the idea of the celebration started around 1872 by Julia Ward Howe. It is also a day dedicated to peace. In his sermon, Reverend Father Jude Mwigwe urged all to take pride in supporting mothers to achieve their role as they stand by God, more so at a time that moral values need to be given premium place in Nigeria to correct the ills of the society.
Women today who are favorably competing with their husband in being breadwinners of the house, and they are doing it so beautifully well and neglecting the art of stewarding their children.
Ifani Ezumba, NT News.
And Nigerians have been called to seek things that unite the nation rather than propagating disunity. This was at the 102nd annual session of the Nigerian Baptist Convention in Owerri, Imo State. Uche Mwizu reports.
It was all praises in thanksgiving to God for His grace. Theme of the convention: moving forward, working and praying for peace and progress is crucial at the time Nigeria is preparing for a new era. President of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Reverend Samson Ayokunle, while speaking on robust relationship through Christ, the Prince of Peace, charged Nigerians to eschew bitterness and tolerate one another for nation building.
Why shouldn't Nigerians embrace themselves? Why should the North be divided against the South? When God, by His own design, has made us one nation, irrespective of religion, irrespective of language, irrespective of education, why can't we embrace one another and move forward?
The convention brought together Baptist members from across the country. Uche Mwizu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Baptist Church has joined in commending President Goodluck Jonathan and the INEC for ensuring peaceful elections, which the church noted has given the country a new and better name in the international community. President of the Nigerian Baptist Convention, Reverend Samson Ayokunle, made the commendation in Owerri while addressing newsmen. Unorom Emecheta reports.
Briefing newsmen, the President, Nigerian Baptist Convention, Reverend Samson Ayokunle, urged INEC to take urgent steps to address all the complaints arising from states where some electoral malpractices were recorded. The church, Reverend Ayokunle said, is wishing the President-elect, General Muhammad Buhari, well as he prepares to take over the mantle of leadership in Nigeria, while advising the incoming administration of General Buhari to consider issues of corruption, unemployment, erratic power supply, and insecurity as its priority. Reverend Ayokunle called for a drastic reduction in the cost of governance in order to save more money for socio-economic development in the country.
Corrupt politicians who might have been already pressurizing unjustly for positions must be avoided in the choice of your team.
Reverend Ayokunle was optimistic that those attending the convention will be spiritually uplifted and rejuvenated at the end. In Owerri, Norom Emechita, NTA News.
In the meantime, Governor Willie Obiano has flagged off Umuahia at China Road and Enugu Uku Road, which links the town of Enugu to Onitsha Expressway. Government House correspondent Benson Osadebe reports.
A very important road because it crosses through agro areas, and as you all know, agriculture is my first pillar in my 4 pillars.
Flagging off the project from Enugu to Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, the governor noted that his administration is poised to opening up the state for massive development. The Commissioner for Works and other stakeholders commended the governor, noting that efforts to construct these roads by the previous administration was unsuccessful.
The governor has directed us to the Ministry of Works to do whatever it takes to get this road properly completed.
It will pass from here to Osili village to Nkwenugoku. From here now, there is a bypass to North here again. So it's a Y-shaped road.
The 12-kilometer road at Ezira is expected to be completed within 15 months, while the 6-kilometer road at Enuguku is expected to last up to 24 months. From Enuguku, Benson Osadebe, NTN News.
Promise, they say, is a debt, and those who have conscience never fail to fulfill it. This is exactly what a Nigerian, Suleiman Kashimo, is demonstrating by embarking on over 700-kilometer trekking from Lagos to Abuja in fulfillment of a pledge he made 2 years ago to honor the president-elect and congratulate him in Abuja. Dauda Muhammad captured the reception accorded him while on transit in Niger State. The report.
Suleiman Hashimu, who has trekked hundreds of kilometers, arrived at Bidda, the ancestral home of the Nupes, and was received by a large crowd of youths, especially APC supporters. Suleiman was also received by the chairman, Niger State Council of Traditional Rulers, Esunupe, Alhaji Yahya Abubakar, who described the trip as a demonstration of the confidence Nigerians have in the president-elect.
We still have people who are dedicated, who have that loyalty, who have that zeal to accomplish something they put before them.
34-year-old Suleiman Hashimu, who hails from Funtua in Katsina State, said the journey is a fulfillment of a promise made 2 years ago that if General Muhammadu Buhari gets elected president of Nigeria, he will trek from Lagos to Abuja for the inauguration. Suleiman Hashimu said he started the trip a day after the results of the presidential election was announced, treks an average of 50 kilometers a day, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and sleeps in any village or town once it gets dark. He speaks on what he will tell the president-elect when he arrives Abuja.
Some people said, when you get to Buhari, call me, I want to talk to him. Some people will tell you, this is what, take this, go and give it to Buhari. Some people will say, please, if you get to Buhari, tell him that we need light, we need water, we need so different kind of things.
Suleiman Hashim was also in Agay, where he was received by a large crowd and ushered in to see the emir of Agay, Alhaji Yusuf Nu, who prayed for him and wished him journey mercies.
People will regard you, will respect you when you make a promise and fulfill it. That's the example this young man is giving.
It's a symbol of the younger generation to imitate, to emulate.
Suleiman Hashimu hopes to be in Abuja in time for the presidential inauguration on May 29th. In Agay, Dauda Mohammed, NTA News.
Now let's bring you up to date with some sports news. A total of 18 goals were scored in a Week 4 match of the Nigeria Professional Football League decided nationwide. Defending champions Kano Pillars earned 3 points at home against Enyimba, while Heartland won away 1-3. Kwara United. Sunshine Stars defeated Dolphins 2-1, while Abia Warriors lost 1-2 to Wiki Tourist of Bauchi. The match between Lobi and Sharks ended 2-2. And finally, before we go, be safety conscious and dial these emergency numbers in case of security breach, courtesy of the National Security Advisor.
National Security Advisor says for all cases of suspected insecurity, please call or SMS the following numbers: 07057274630, 07057274632, 07057274633, 07057274634, 09096223788, 09096223816, 096303517, 096303520, 096303522, 096303523, 096303525.
And that's how it's been on Panorama for today. Remember, you can continue to follow us here for more news update at 4 p.m. nationwide, 7 and later at night, 9 p.m. for the network news. Thank you for watching.